6 years have passed since Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, went back in time to save his friends from death's door. However, during that time, Wade has hung up his suit and has begun to live a normal civilian life. That is until the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, comes knocking on his door. This brush with the law has Wade come face to face with the potential end of his universe. Wade knows he can't let that happen, so he searches the multiverse for the only man that can help him. The one and only Wolverine. This is Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine is the latest film from Marvel Studios, and is the first Marvel Studios film to be rated R. I cannot think of a better duo of heroes to have that honor. And this is a team-up that has been a long time coming, because the only other on-film instance we have of Logan and Wade interacting is X-Men Origins Wolverine. And show of hands, who actually counts that as a proper Wolverine and Deadpool movie? Put your fucking hand down right now. Between 2017's Logan and Disney's purchase of Fox, it almost seemed like we were never going to get a proper crossover between these characters. But never fear, Disney's need for money is here. And frankly, I couldn't be more grateful. Deadpool and Wolverine is everything I wanted and needed out of this dream team combo. It's funny, action-packed, and brings out the best emotionally for Wade, Logan, and something quite surprising. Marvel Studios' first R-rated adventure is a Hugh win in every way. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is a match made in comic book movie heaven. Now, pairing Deadpool up with a straight man really isn't anything new. Cable is a pretty big and prominent one, but I'll always appreciate the first film for picking Colossus. That's such a unique choice, and I absolutely love that adaptation of him. But the Wade and Logan combo is next fucking level. Ryan Reynolds doesn't miss a beat as Deadpool. He has made this his personality since 2016. Hugh Jackman, on the other hand, gracefully steps back into the role of Wolverine. It is almost like he never left the role, bringing back his signature gruff and tough attitude to combat Deadpool's Deadpoolness. And I do feel like I need to talk about how they bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Obviously, I won't explicitly tell you how they go about doing it, but I'm gonna tiptoe around it just to tell you how I think they did. Bringing back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine has the exact opposite impact as The Flash bringing back Michael Keaton as Batman, in the best way possible. Not only have we only ever had one Wolverine, so him coming back is automatically cooler, this characterization of Wolverine doesn't feel too far off from the character we knew from the past X-Men films. He is not the same Wolverine we know from the 9 previous X-Men films, but we expected that going in, but he has his own trauma that doesn't feel out of place for the character. Plus, Hugh Jackman actually seemed interested in the movie he was filming. But that's the best non-spoiler way I can describe how they brought back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And I think they did a pretty damn good job. Now, if there's one thing these Deadpool movies are, it's pretty fucking funny. And holy shit, is this movie funny. Like, I'm talking belly laugh so much, you will be sore the next morning funny. From minute one, you know you are going to get something special. But if that doesn't convince you, the best opening credits in a comic book movie sure as shit will. And I say that with all of the Guardians of the Galaxy love in my heart. They don't have all 3 top spots in the best opening credits anymore. I'm sorry. They just don't. This film doesn't pull any punches with the R rating either. It's just as bloody, foul, and as horny as the first 2. Although there is nothing like the sex montage from Deadpool 1. You win some, you lose some, I guess. I'm sure some people might go on about, they're overdoing it with the R rating. I'm like, How the fuck did we get there? For the longest time, I remember people saying, oh, there's no way Disney's gonna let Deadpool stay rated R, they're not gonna let that happen. How did the criticisms get to that point? Like, what happened? I'm really excited to see more R-rated greatness from Marvel Studios. I just really hope that new Blade movie gets out of that Black Adam level purgatory. I never feel like the first two Deadpool movies get enough credit for having some really good action scenes. Except for that one shot with Domino. You know exactly the one I'm talking about. But this film has Deadpool and Wolverine at the top of their game on the action front. Especially Wolverine. They really dial in the animalistic side to his character. Easily the most of any of his appearances. And yes, this film has its fair share of surprises. And by surprises, I mean, you know exactly what the fuck I mean. Some people are gonna be shaking their fist like, oh, that's stupid. Some may be losing their shit. You can probably figure out which one I was. Some surprises are played for laughs, but some of them really add another layer to the film. A layer I am willing to go as far as to say I adored. For all the laughs and for all the great fights and for all the surprises, the emotional side of the film really hits too. Not only do the stories given to Wade and Logan work tremendously well together, there is another aspect that really sets it over the edge. Never in a million years would I have thought I would feel this emotionally attached to something like this, but fuck did it work for me. It really adds another layer to the gratuitous cameos you're probably expecting in this film. And it's just such a clever way to talk about it. It definitely won't be for everyone, especially for those without any real attachment. It really puts life into something you might have never thought about. I always had faith Sean Levy was going to deliver with this film. Not only has he worked well with Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy and Hugh Jackman in Real Steel, I've been a fan of his since Night at the Museum. He's got a real underrated filmography. I quite like these movies. If you're not a Deadpool fan, or if you're tired of the multiverse trope, this probably won't win you over. However, if you're game for Ryan Reynolds riffing his ass off and Hugh Jackman being the Marvel GOAT 24 years running, you're gonna have a great time. This film is everything I have wanted since I was 13. And since I probably haven't aged out of that, definitely haven't aged out of that. Yeah, I freaking loved this movie. I don't know where to put this, so I'm just gonna put it here at the end. Comparing this movie and, by extension, Spider-Man No Way Home to The Flash should be a fucking crime. Two of these movies treat past characters and actors with respect, giving them something to do in the film, a purpose, without the need to CGI in dead actors or even living ones. And on top of that, something I think that is even more important, two of these films are unapologetically about their title characters. The Flash is not proud to be a Flash movie. On a lighter note, if you're watching this the day it's uploaded, I'm going to be live on twitch.tv/QuintDunaway playing some video games. Notably, the Deadpool game. I'm going to be playing this game on the hardest difficulty to try to get my last achievement. I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed this review. And if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Until next time, I'm Quint Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic.